Very good morning, children. Today we come to the end of the chapter. We are going to start with the last topic of the chapter, and that is the island groups of India. Just to remind you, giving you the explanation of island. Island is a piece of land surrounded by water. Children, you know that India is a land which has a vast mainland. We have done in the first chapter physical features of India, where we have studied that the mainland, the total coast of the mainland of our country is 7516.6 kilometer. Now, when we talk about the total vast land of our country with an area of 3.28 million square kilometer, we find that in the water bodies we have two islands, and that two islands are the Lakshadweep as well as the Andaman Nicobar Island. Several times you must have seen and must be thinking that this is a piece of land or the islands which are not in our country, since they are outside our country. Let me tell you, they are not a part of the mainland, but these islands consist of our country only. They are the Lakshadweep as well as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Let me give you a brief distinction between the two of them to make the concepts very clear. First, I will be talking about the Lakshadweep Island. You know the coastal plains. The coastal plains, those islands which are in the sea. When we talk about the Lakshadweep Sea, Lakshadweep Sea is that sea which is in the Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep Island, I'm sorry for that. Lakshadweep Islands are those islands which are located in Arabian Sea. They are tiny islands. They are all tiny islands which are situated in the Arabian Sea. Next, when we see the Kerala coast, that is the Malabar coast. There, outside that Malabar coast, we find the emergence of the Lakshadweep Islands. When we talk about these Lakshadweep Islands, they are situated in the Malabar coast of India. The second feature added to the Lakshadweep is that it is an island which consists of small coral islands. The question arises, what are corals? Corals are basically small microscopic organisms which are found in this particular island, and it adds as a unique feature to this particular island. The third important feature of this is that earlier there were three small land masses which were all separated. They were known as Laccadive, Minicoy and Amindive. But in the year 1973, all these islands were consolidated together and named as one island, that is known as the Lakshadweep Island. We say that the total landmass area of our India is 3.28 square kilometer. But when we talk about the Lakshadweep Island, the total length of Lakshadweep Island is 32 square kilometer. Last but not the least, the headquarters of Lakshadweep Island is in Karavati. Children, you will say headquarters. Why I am saying headquarters? Because Lakshadweep is a union territory. Moving ahead to the second island, that is the Andaman and the Nicobar Island. When we talk about the Andaman and the Nicobar Island, they are not scattered into tiny islands which are there in the Arabian Sea. These are the islands which are formed in an elongated chain. Elongated chain means that there is a chain which is joining together these islands. We have the Andaman which is in the north, and Nicobar which lies in the south of the Bay of Bengal. There are various divisions in this. When we talk about the Andaman, this is known as the North Andaman, etc. We will not be discussing about this in this class. We will be studying about it in the higher classes. The second important group to this is that we have that this particular portion is an elevated island. It is an elevated island of submarine mountains. You must be wondering, why did I use the word submarine mountains since I am saying it is an island? Let me tell you, again and again I have been repeating that the Himalayas is the formation of the tectonic plates. Now when the tectonic plates are on the higher elevation in the north part of our country, as they merge towards the Bay of Bengal, we find that their height decreases. And this height decreases is the formation of these islands, which are known as the Andaman as well as the Nicobar Islands. The only thing is that they are submerged on the upward side of the mountain. They are submerged on the higher side of the land. Last but not the least, we find here that these areas have a equatorial type of climate. Equatorial type of climate means just like in an equator, we find that there is warm area. It is a warm area. Similarly, when we talk about the Andaman and the Nicobar Island, it has a warm area, or in geographical term, we can call it as a equatorial type of climate. Last but not the least, this is a land which has got lush greeneries, which is being found in the entire Andaman and the Nicobar Island. We find here the emergence of various tribes. Various tribes are found in this particular beautiful greenery area. This land has got a lot of greenery. Natural vegetation is there, beautiful water sceneries are there, as a result of which we find the emergence of beautiful islands. Just to add a little feature to it, when we talk about these islands, in India we have got one island which is named as Spitz Island. This is found in Lakshadweep. It is actually an uninhabited area. There is a little amount of very less population found here. As a result of which we find greenery, a lot of greenery, and a bird sanctuary. The government has emphasized on the birds, taking care of the birds. Several migratory birds come in this Spitz Island during this particular area. Children, I would like to give you a brief description of the corals. There are different shapes of corals. One is the atoll shape. Atoll shape means the horse-shaped corals. They are all found in their formation is in a natural sense. When we talk about the corals are those areas are found basically below the water, just on the underground level of the ocean. What we find is that there are small microscopic organisms. They secrete, and they are all living together in colonies. When they live in colonies, they secrete calcium carbonate. When they secrete calcium carbonate, after some time they are on the rock. When they are on the land. And when they are on the land, after few years, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, they become like crust. They have a crust. And that is known as the coral reef. In our Lakshadweep Islands as well as the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands, we find lots and lots of coral reefs. Coming to the end of the chapter. Children, in this chapter, we have read about the physiographic division of our country. Physiographic division means the physical features of our country, where I have explained you in detail about the 5 physical features of our country, starting with the Himalayas, the plateaus, the northern plain of our country, the desert, and last, the islands. All these features add to the USP of our country. They add to the natural resource of our country. Apart from the natural resource, each and every physical feature adds to the natural resource of our country in the development of it. When we talk about the mountains, the vast elevated land of mountains. The mountains are found where we find large amount of minerals as well as forest areas. When we talk about the northern plain, a vast piece of land where we find that the maximum amount of agriculture is done in this area only. The areas you all know when we talk about Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, etc. Delhi also is a part of it. The maximum production of food grains to satisfy the large population of our country is in the northern plain of our country. Third feature, Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau does not have lusty forest areas. It does not have it does not have water in it. But it does not mean that it does not consist anything. It consists of lots and lots of minerals. Maximum mining is done in the Peninsular Plateau of our country. These USPs which are found in our country in abundance by Mother Nature, we find that if we take care of all these resources, very soon our country will attain the status from developing to the developed countries. Many countries are eager to have trade with their country, with our resources, so that our country is also benefited. We are benefited economically and they are benefited when they take the resources from our country. For example, the plateaus. As I told you right now, it is a storehouse of minerals. Many people, for the help of mining, many countries also would like to take the minerals and would like to take to their particular countries. We will be benefited economically when we will get the foreign currency of other country. When we talk about the coastal plains, we find that there are fishing. Many part of our country as well as the other people are interested in the fishing as well as navigation, which contributes again to the economic aspect of or increasing the economic aspect of our country. In short, when we utilize these resources for the development of our country, we find that we will also develop economically as well as politically. When I say politically means that the government will have more and more money, so it can be used for the development, especially for the poor strata of our country. I end this chapter now telling you about basic questions which you will be preparing for your examination. You will be learning the basic features of each and every physiographic division, the formation of each and every physiographic division, and last but not the least, you will be talking about the difference between the two islands and the contribution of each and every physiographic division to the development of our country. I hope I am clear with my explanation. Thank you very much.